excited to welcome OBJ to his city, tweeting out the first Browns Odell jersey being made with the caption, "You guys are far too kind for making mine first. Thank you, guys." David West, you jumping on the Browns bandwagon this season? There's not that much room left.
Nah, I can't do that.
No.
No.
Because you got to, what's your team?
I'm a Lions fan.
Oh.
So
Well, then I highly suggest you reconsider.
When I was a
Man,
kid.
if you wasn't so big, I'd give you a hug. That's what you need. That's what you need to get the Lions.
Hey, you guys just got Jesse James. It's no different.
Is he still robbing banks? Because he might fit in Detroit.
All right,
Come on, man.
let's talk some Zion.
Detroit, have you been there, bro?
I have.
Okay.
Zion made his much-hyped return to the court for Duke last night. Absolutely did not miss a beat. Blue Devils taking on Syracuse in the ACC tournament. Zion Williamson taking on everyone. 29 points, 14 rebounds, a perfect 13 for 13. The guy had 4 dunks in the first half alone. Zion had missed 5 games nursing a sprained knee, but you wouldn't have noticed it watching him last night. Almost 6 games. David, how will Zion's game translate to the NBA from the way you've seen him play and how he's developed over the last year?
I think he's going to be fine. Obviously, his explosiveness is what's going to set him apart. He's just got to figure it out defensively. But I think he's a willing defender. That's the key. If you want to do it, you'll do it. And I think he's one of those kids.
We haven't been able to find one person. And, I've been following the NBA as a fan fanatic for at least 35 years. At least 40 years. Give me a couple players, because he's not one guy.
Right.
Give me a couple guys either that we might know about or we don't think, we don't put up in that regard, that have his skill set, so we can start to adjust our eyes to what we're seeing, because this is not something I've never seen before.
Right. So I'll give you a little bit of this. So I played against Antonio Gates when he played basketball at Kent State.
Okay.
And Julius Peppers, because Pep is from North Carolina.
Right.
Whoa. So Zion, to me, because he's a lefty, like Gates was. Gates had quick feet, powerful. Pep was over the rim. But Zion is a basketball player. So for me,
with a football body.
With a football body.
Oh, my goodness.
He plays like, if you saw Antonio Gates, he took his team to the Elite 8.
Yeah.
Gates was small feet, but 270.
And of all the football players who were basketball players before, he was the best basketball player. Better than Gonzalez, better than Jimmy Graham. Those guys were basketball rejects. He was actually successful.
He was a legit ball player.
Okay, awesome. That's a great combination.
You and I were talking about Zion off the air. We were talking about Giannis and what Giannis has done, and then we started talking about Zion. I want the audience. So Zion's listed at 6'7". You're listed at 6'9", so you're a little bit taller than him. When you came into the league, you weighed what?
226.
226. And when you were at your peak as far as physically, when you were in Indiana and considered maybe the strongest player in the league, you weighed what?
260, 265.
Okay, so he's listed at 285. And he's shorter than you. How can you conceptualize or explain his ability to elevate at that frame, at that body type? Because you said he would be a oversized tight end in the NFL. How can he be doing this?
I just think it's the combination of power. I mean, the kid's just powerful, like a football player when I think about him. I mean, as a basketball player, when you play against a football guy, you're like, this guy's got football strength. So I think he's got a combination of athleticism, power, and touch that just allows him to be a special player on the court.
And you mentioned when he figures it out defensively, people underrate how difficult it is for young players in the league to guard. Almost every rookie that comes in the league is a bad defender, even the ones that are drafted to be good defenders. But because of his athleticism, like his off-ball defense, with a little bit of coaching, can immediately be a plus, or am I wrong on that?
No, it's going to be a plus, because these guys are going to think twice, especially if he goes after shots. Guys are going to think twice about going in there to score.
All right, David, you got your hand in the historical basketball league. The HBL launches in 2020. Tell us a little bit about your involvement in it and what it is and who it's catered towards.
Okay. The HBL is seeking to become the premier college destination for elite basketball players, giving these guys another option. Right now, the players have the fewest choices, fewest options. They really have one track or go overseas or something like that. So we want to create a different opportunity for these guys domestically.
There's another thing that I really like it when you really dive into it, because the athletes, and especially basketball-wise, they do need more options besides just going to the college route. We can't just disregard if there's a large percentage of players that don't want to continue their education. But I believe that's one of the strongest components you have to the program you're trying to develop, because you're saying, because, man, I just recently got remarried, man, and my wife, we might have a little baby or something. He might be some talent, man. But if I do have that baby, man, I'm going to tell you something, man. How do I trust him to you, man? Because I'm about athleticism, but, man, I know what the education will do. So why would I take him out of the normal system, not send him to Duke? Coach Calipari, man, like, he would love to have him. I know he'll do. I know he'll take care of him.
This is the unborn baby. Okay.
Why do I give him to you and your organization and trust his ability that you can develop him?
Right. So we've switched the model. So the basketball will be in the summer. There won't be any school involved.
Okay.
So during the school year, there'll be actually students. They'll be able to work, invest in themselves as people and students, and work on developing themselves as athletes in a more refined situation.
So people should understand, what the idea is, you get a 5-year guaranteed scholarship to go along with making somewhere between $50,000 to $150,000 for your play. So it's a year-round endeavor.
That's the catcher for me.
During the school year, you're actually a student.
You're a student.
You're obviously practicing, or as all athletes do. But during the summers, the games, you guys hope it's going to be, what, about 12 teams across markets near major universities, so they can go to school along with playing. It's a historical basketball league trying to launch in June of, or will launch in June of 2020, and that way minimal interference. Because these kids, we love March Madness, but these kids about to miss a month of school, in March Madness. Your Xavier team going to do anything this year, by the way?
I'm always in support of my guys.
Okay.
Good answer.
Great job. Appreciate it.
David, thank you so much.